welcome back to my channel. So I mentioned that I'm going to do like a best books of 2020. I wish I already posted a best characters of 2020, best friendships, best couples, and yeah, and I'm going to do the same video every December of every year and update it. Some couples, some of the people on the list will stay the same, some of them will not, and there'll be more added to them. So yeah, and there's also one more that I didn't mention. Whoa, okay. There's also some that I didn't mention that I will do, which is best love interest, which is something different. But not all of these are technical love interests, because I think love interests are just someone that's supposed to be a love interest to like one of the main characters. But some of these characters are main characters. But some of these are main characters, but they're just really good people. How do I explain this? Like they're main characters, but they are great, romantic partners, because they're just of who they are, how much they care, and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go from the bottom and move up. So I have Dexter from the Ever After High series. He is really sweet and will do whatever Raven wants. Always willing to help, no matter what. He even gets in the first book, even though I did not like the first book and ended up DNFing it. From what I did read, he was even willing to risk a lot to help her figure things out. And it's just really sweet, and I love watching him be there for her, especially since she was pretty much alone except for Maddie, and it's just really sweet to see, and and I loved it, and I do ship them. They're not my favorite character. My favorite couple. My favorite couple is Lizzie and Daring, but Dexter is just a sweetheart, and he's so good, and he really cares, and he's so kind and smart, and he's just a great love interest to have, and any girl will be lucky to be with a guy as caring as him, as someone who will treat you like you're a queen. Another one is Sai from Monster High Girlfriends. I'll just pick up the first book. Sai is such a sweetheart. He will do anything with Rebecca, no matter how little it is, even if it's just going from telling her what time it is because she never knows the time, or showing her where she left Penny because she always ends up forgetting. She loses track of time a lot and ends up forgetting her mechanical pet penguin Penny somewhere. So he's always there, and he helped all three of these schools so many occasions, and it makes me sad that they didn't even consider him a member of their little group until the end. And he's just so sweet and kind and caring, and he cares about all of them, especially Rebecca, but he cares about all of them, and he helps them all so much. And honestly, they would never have been able to defeat Miss Flapper and find out the truth if it wasn't for Sai. Let's be real. Let's see, what's next? Next is, there's actually two characters from this series. That is Jackson because he's just such a sweetheart, and he's so shy and kind, and yes, in the fourth book he did appear to be a little bit more jealous, which was a little bit unlike his character. And even though the fourth one is my favorite because of the Draculaura bits, I had issues with the Melody and Jackson bits of it, even though they were an amazing couple. I still shipped them a lot. I just think fourth book kind of did them dirty a little bit. But Jackson's just a sweetheart. He's always there for Melody. He's always willing to help, and never gets mad at her even if she screws things up, even though it wasn't really her fault. But other people might have blamed her. Like if it was someone else, they might have blamed her, but Jackson didn't. And he's just so sweet and kind and caring and thoughtful, and yeah. And the other person is Draculaura, because she just has the biggest heart, and she cares so much about everyone around her, even if they don't deserve it. And she's so amazing, and I love her, and I would love if I was her girlfriend, because she would just be so kind and caring and thoughtful for me, and I'm in love with her, and she's amazing. She has the biggest heart of anyone around, which is mentioned in one of the Monster High movies, and it's true in the books too. She's just everything. Her passion, her determination, her kindness, her loyalty, her heart in general, her everything. She's the best person. Anyone would be lucky to have her in their life, whether it's as a girlfriend or as a friend or as a sister or as a daughter or as a mother. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna set this up here because I don't feel like getting it back down. Okay. Next is Brink from Bewitched Nas. Where's my Bewitched Nas book? It's around here somewhere. I know it is. Here it is. Bewitched Nas. Brink is such a sweetheart. I'm gonna say that for just about every character. I'm seriously gonna sit here for 20 minutes saying each one of these characters. Oh, they're a sweetheart. They're so kind. They're so thoughtful. They're so nice. That's seriously what this video is gonna end up being about. I guess I'm choosing all these cinnamon roll characters for this role, aren't I? But it's true because that's why they're the best people to be in a relationship with, because they are the kind and the thoughtful ones and the loyal ones and the sweet ones, you know? And Brink is too, you know, he did everything for Ziri, Vashti, and Tabitha, even if they all kind of brushed him off at the beginning because he was just Ned's younger little brother, you know, that's all they saw him as at the beginning, especially Ziri, because she had this huge crush on him. And I think Vashti did too, but since it follows Ziri, it didn't say for sure. But since Vashti had a crush on Ned too, I just figured that she saw Brink in that sort of light. But then on this journey they went on, that's when Ziri starts hanging out with him and starts realizing how sweet and kind he is and how much he actually cares about other people. And it's just, he's amazing. He's sweet to everyone, even if they don't deserve it, and he deserves the world, and I love him. Next is Nick from Skinjacker Trilogy. Nick is such a sweetheart. He does have a little bit more of an edge. He is one of the characters I mentioned the most about being a cinnamon roll, but he does have a little bit more of an edge shown in the second book. But to be fair, he was going through a transformation, and once he became himself again in the third book, he became his old kind self. He still stayed his kind self. He just had more of a temper, more angry kind of personality, if that makes any sense. But he's still so kind and loyal, and he is just someone to admire, because I mentioned this before, but like when someone you love is doing something you know is not right, a lot of people honestly would just let them be or join them because they don't want to go against someone they truly do love. Nick isn't like that. He loves Mary, even though she deserves so much better, because Mary is words that I do not say because I'm a good girl. But Nick, he loves her to pieces, and she loves him. But even though I hate her, I do believe she did love him. But anyways, he loves her, but he still is willing to go and lead the war that's against her war, like lead an army that's against her army, creating this war in Everlost, because he knows what she's doing is not right, and he wants to show her the light, show her the right way to be, the right way to do things, and it's just something to admire, because not a lot of people would have the strength to go against someone they love because they know it's the right thing to do. And he's just such an amazing character, and he doesn't get the attention he deserves. Okay, second character is also in this, and this one might surprise you a little bit if you've seen this book, because he's not sweet or kind or innocent, but he is very loyal, and he has his moments about being kind, but he still turns out to be a really great romantic partner. So that's Mikey McGill. That's surprising, I know, but hear me out. He is extremely protective. Like when he's having feelings for Allie in the second book, they're both having feelings for each other, and neither one of them know how to, handle it. Miley, did I say Miley? Oh my gosh, that's probably their ship name though. But Mikey, when Allie is being chased by a couple skinjackers, because they thought she was somebody else, uh, he gets fair. They end up talking it out and finding out that it was just big misunderstanding. They even join forces for a little while, and then Mikey kind of brings one of them close, and he's like, "If you ever touch her again, you're gonna wish you never died." I know that's a little weird how to put it, but technically they're already dead. That's why he said that. He's like play on words. But he has proven to be very protective and of Allie, and he has his moments of being kind. And when he's around her, he's kind, and he's extremely loyal to her. And so yeah, so that might be a little bit of a different answer for a lot of these, because a lot of these characters are cinnamon roll characters, and he is anything but he would make a great partner, because even though he is hot-headed and short-tempered to most people, when it comes to Allie, he's just so sweet, and I love those relationships where it's like, you know, there's one person that's just like can be very mean, very aggravated, but then when he's around that one person, he gets all soft and sweet, and it's just so cute and amazing, and I love it. Let's see who else. Let me see. Where's the book? It's over here. No, I put it over here, didn't I? Yes, I did. It's right here. It's right in front of my face. Of course it is. So I put Victoria, because, like I said, she's a cinnamon roll. She's sweet. She's kind. She's loyal, and she would do anything for you. She is just someone who is amazing, and like I said, this is going to be a 20-minute video of me telling you how sweet and caring these characters are. But they are. So that's why they're on this list, except for Mikey, because he's the exception. But, and Maya, because she's sweet. She's just not as sweet as some of these characters. Maya is also on the list because she risked a lot for Aiden, because she found out the truth about his past and was horrified at first, but then she heard him out and found out that there's more to the story than what she originally thought, and she risked a lot for him. She even almost died protecting him and his story and his past. And you know, I guess it's kind of like Mikey. She's not as mean. She's not as mean as Mikey can be, or as hot-headed or short-tempered, but she is as protective. And so yeah, let me see. Next is I'm just grabbing a book that's easy to grab. So Ron from Harry Potter, because he's a sweetheart. He cares so much about Hermione, and yes, he's made mistakes, yes, but he's just so good to her, so sweet, and he really cares about her. He treats her like a queen, and yes, they fight, and they've gotten into tiffs, but that's not all Ron's fault either. Some of it is sometimes Hermione's fault. People forget to see that. But he's just so good and kind, and I'm going to say this about Jenny too, because she's always there for Harry, always has his back, so always ready to fight for him, to be there for him, and he took it for granted for so long until he realized how amazing she is, and how she is the one person that's always been there for him, and that truly understands him. And it's just, they deserve so much more. So yeah, definitely, the two of them definitely deserve to be on this. I don't care what anyone says, I stand by this. This thing's getting on my nerve. I almost pulled that, and I would have turned the light on, and it takes me forever to turn that light back on because I think I need a new light bulb. I don't know. Okay. See. What am I looking for? I don't know. My mind went blank for a minute. Crowfeather from Warriors. He risked everything to be with the love of his life, Leafpool. They're from different clans, and she's also an apprentice and trained to be a medicine cat. And medicine cats aren't allowed to have relationships besides maybe friendships. They can't be in an actual relationship. They can't have mates. They can't have kins of their own, because their entire life has to be set on protecting their clan. They can't be worried about a mate or kids. But they're both actually on this list, Leafpool and Crowfeather. And you can't be with someone from a different clan. So they're forbidden for 2 reasons, and I love them together, and they belong together, and they both have risked so much to be together, and they risked, being kicked out of their clans. They risked Leafpool risked everything she's ever dreamed, everything she's ever trained for, because they fell in love, and they're so adorable, so sweet, so kind, so amazing, and I love them both, and they belong together. And I'm sad that they weren't endgame, because in the end they chose to stick with their clans, and it makes me sad because they deserve to be together. No one can tell me otherwise, like, seriously. Where does this go? Where did I get this from? I got it from here. Okay. Can't wait to get a new bookshelf, which I'll be getting in January. So it's over here too. I don't know what I'm looking for, apparently. Seekers. There's honestly, a lot of people on this are good. Lusa is really sweet and kind, and would do anything for her partner. Same with you, Jack. The two of them are just the sweetest and kindest, and they would do anything. Jack never did meet anyone because, spoiler alert, he died. Moving on before I cry, because last time I talked on a video about Jack, I actually started shedding tears, and the tears didn't actually come down, but my eyes started to water, and I stopped before they actually went down my cheeks, because I didn't want to cry in front of you guys. But I'm planning on doing a reading vlog when I reread Seekers, and then I will cry in front of you guys, because I won't be able to read about that scene and not cry. It's not possible. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm done talking about Jack now for now. Anyways, there's also Khalik. She's strong, she's fierce, she's kind, she's loyal, and she stuck by Yakon, even though he tried to push her away at the end, because he had injured his leg pretty badly, almost died, and then he was saying how he was damaged and how she deserved better, and she ended up chewing his ear off, figuratively, and being like, I don't care about all that. All I want is you. So she stood by him. She could have got left if she wanted to, but she didn't. She stood by him because she couldn't lose him. She lost so many people in her life already, and she loved him. And she stood by him, and she stayed by his side through everything that was going on, And he deserves to be on this list too, because he fell in love with her. And when they decided to leave to find where they belong, he left his entire island, his entire home, everything he's ever known, everything he's ever done, to be with the love of his life. So they both deserve to be on this list, because they both risked a lot to be together. Well, he risked a lot. She took a lot, I guess you could say, if that makes any sense. So yeah, they definitely deserve to be on this list and together, because they are soulmates. So yeah, that's it for this list, and I'll probably make this list again in the future. So yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait to make this list again, and I will talk to you guys later. Oh, please like and subscribe. I almost forgot to do that. And comment your favorite love interest, and that all. Oh, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Goodreads Secret Books. Now I'll talk to you guys later.